Welcome back to Get Into It, the podcast. This episode is sponsored by No Hoodies Games. Now let's get to the episode. Welcome back to Get Into It, the podcast. We have our first guest, Mr. Positivity, aka Leonce.
Woo! Don't be dry.
What's up, fam? Man, it's a blessing to be here. I'm just grateful, man. Like my dog Andre, like we go back since high school. Like
Since high school.
I
feel like
I went to the same high school.
I feel like I kind of like helped you out.
No, hands down.
Grow.
Hands down.
And you were being a president, and that was something that I was excited to see you do. He was the
See,
president.
I don't remember her face. But she looked familiar.
Okay.
So you was 2021, I was 2022.
Exactly.
You feel me? Yeah, it was doing big.
Exactly. Yeah, so yeah, he was the class
So
behind
you helped
us.
him out to become the president?
No, I didn't help him out to become the president. I just felt like I helped him out, just like walk through those
Hands
doors.
down, hands down.
Like,
He
just
had like
some
the
pointers.
blueprint. He had
Exactly.
the blueprint.
Definitely
and
had
he
the
literally
blueprint.
just helped me walk into that.
Y'all
thing
talking
for sure.
about Turner Tech, right?
The
Yeah.
best high school, you said? Yeah.
Turner Tech. Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to bring you on today and have a conversation about, do everybody deserve grace? And that came about because I feel like sometimes people play in people's faces.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, but do they deserve grace for playing in your face?
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm just the type of person, you play in my face,
Yeah.
I give people chances.
Yeah, hands down.
I give people chances, and then I always end up looking dumb again.
KK, what was that phase?
I don't really.
You don't do no chance.
Because I feel like people can change, but some people like they might change certain things about their ways, but they won't change like the whole thing. And then some people just don't take accountability.
That's real.
Like if you're trying to express to them what they did to make you feel this way, you could say, "Oh, you went to the store, you ain't buy me no shoes, but you got yourself a soda." Oh, I didn't even get a soda. Like you right about the wrong thing. So yeah, people don't be taking accountability, and
But me personally, I just give people one chance because it's a matter of respect. You give somebody one chance, and then it's already in their head that if you do this, it's gonna like give us a wrinkle our relationship. So if they do it again, it's like, oh, they just did it on purpose, even though they knew. You give them a warning type. So it's like a matter of disrespect because you already gave them that first warning, and you don't gotta like repeat yourself because they knew beforehand. So I find it like disrespectful.
Okay, so with what you're saying, it sounds so the first interaction doesn't count as a chance.
Nah, the first warning counts as a chance. Like the first warning, I'ma just like you do it once. Let's say you out and I'll be like, oh, don't touch me like that. You feel me? That's like, oh, I'm telling you I don't like to be touched. So it's like, yeah, that counts as a warning. Like I don't like that. If you do it again, that's just disrespect.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times did them fuck niggas try Jesus?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
We're not doing that.
How many times did they try Jesus? No, for real.
That's real.
They try Jesus, but I'm not Jesus.
But do you believe in God?
Yes.
Okay.
That
So-
was out of pocket.
How many times?
I want to touch on that.
The F niggas part was out of pocket.
This me, Mr. Get Into It.
Yeah, but like
What you got?
God and then
That's
the cuss word within
Okay,
the
I'm
same
sorry.
sentence. Okay.
But I want to touch on that though. So the thing is, like, nobody's perfect. You feel me? Like everybody named mama gonna trip up. Like even myself. You feel me? And like going back to Turner Tech and everything like that, being class president, I was nice to everybody named mama, respectful to everybody named mama, expecting them to like reciprocate that same energy back. You feel me? But that was never the case. And like going back to what you said, like we're not God, honestly speaking. We're not Jesus. You feel me? Like don't get me wrong, like I believe that like God loves everybody, hands down. And he has a plan for everybody, type B. And it's like he's gonna get you together if you want to get yourself together. But it's not my responsibility to get you right. So I'm gonna be there with you and for you throughout the whole process. But if you trip up with me, boy, you gotta go. Like you got to, because I can only handle so much. You feel
You
me?
hate church?
Yeah. So it's like it's just up. It's too much. It's too much.
And it's not like in a disrespectful manner. It's just
Yeah.
like we can't just cross paths. It's
Yeah.
like we can't cross paths, but respectfully, I don't want to see you like I don't want to hate on you or nothing. It's just you are not the right person for me.
Hands down,
So
like
you had to go our different paths.
that's real. Like not
Yeah.
everybody deserves access type of thing. Like
Yeah.
just because like we got 8 billion people on this planet, don't mean you got to vibe with all 8 billion people type beat. It's like there's people who's willing to give you respect, and like if you gotta like force it from them, bro, then you know they're not for you. Like my circle is small. Like it is so freaking small because I know that not everybody has like the ability to vibe with me and understand me. And so when you trying to force people to be like, come on, like I'm trying to give you this type of love and kindness, and they giving that back, you better let them go. Like real talk. Like why they even there in the first place? They draining you, they taking from you, your edges loose. Stressing you out, like it ain't it.
Not the end.
My only thing is I just know how I can get. And when I don't mess with a person, I really don't mess with a person. You could walk past me and I won't speak to them. So I just feel like before I get to that space, I try to let a person redeem themselves. I just feel like everybody deserves second chance just with me and how I am. Because I mess up all the time.
Yeah, hands down.
So I feel like if I mess up all the time and you give me another opportunity to just prove myself, I feel like you should give people an opportunity to prove themselves. That's why I feel like everybody deserves grace.
No,
I don't feel like if the person is doing the same thing constantly to you, you should just allow them to stay in your space. But I feel like, I mean, give them another opportunity. Yeah. I don't even think more than one opportunity is too much. I feel like you could get them 2 opportunities and then go from there.
Yeah, but when it comes to giving people chances, the chance depends on what they did. Like if they did something that was so foul, like you could never come back from it, I'm not giving you another chance. Like, for example, if my boyfriend sleep with my sister, you think I'm gonna get back with him? That is,
but not get back with him, but like forgive.
I'm not
like,
no.
Or find some place in your heart to be like, okay, it's I forgive you, but like you and I can never like be together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because the thing is, forgiveness is not for that person; it's for you. So mind you,
that's true.
Yeah.
It's just that's all.
It's like chances and forgiveness are 2 different things.
Yeah.
It's like I forgive you, but I'm not gonna give you another chance to be in my circle or be around me.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
And I low-key want to break down like this whole concept of grace. I feel like when you look at grace, it's like you give them extended time to get themselves together. You feel me? And like with my job, they give us like this grace period. So you come 10 minutes late after like the time you're supposed to clock in. And it's like, don't take advantage of that, but use that time to get yourself together. So if they not putting in effort to change, then that's when you know, okay, you know, with the grace I'm giving you, there's no point in me doing this. Because low-key, you clearly care about the person. So you want them to kind of get themselves into it, like get themselves together. And so if they're not using the time that you giving them, because mind you, you could have been cut them off a long time ago. But if you giving them that time to get themselves together and they're not taking advantage of that, that's when you know you're wasting your time. Like real talk. That's when you know you just got to let it go.
Yeah. Just when you were saying about the whole boyfriend and the girlfriend situation, I'm not going to say what if you're married with the same situation, but when you do get married, it's to death do us part. It don't say if he cheated, but if he did that, he did that. It just says to death do us part.
So Jeff, when you said them vows and got on your knees to propose to me and did everything, that whole process, you vowed to not do me wrong.
Correct.
And then you did me wrong. So therefore, we gonna get a divorce and I'm do you wrong.
And the crazy thing about it is, let's say you didn't divorce him. In his head, he'd be like, okay, but I can do it again. I can do it again.
That's what I'm saying. Like when men, when people, just like on the relationship thing, when people cheat, it's like they'll act right for a certain amount of time, try to get back on your good side, and once they feel like they're back on your good side, then they just start skating all over again.
And also, it's like I think in the Bible it also says if you cheat, like that's one thing, Cheating,
divorce, yeah.
for marriage, if you cheat,
Yeah, you gotta go.
you could divorce them.
Hands down.
Even in the
Yeah.
Old Testament, cheating was never like allowed.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's borderline crazy. Cheating on me? Me? Crazy.
Okay.
And also like God, also he's a loving God, but he's also like a fierce God.
Mhm.
Because once you keep playing him and taking that grace for advantage of grace,
Mhm.
he's gonna like. They say he will throw you up, and he will never want to have you in his kingdom again. So it's like you could mess up a lot of times, but if you're taking advantage of that grace, he's gonna throw you up and not want to have anything to do with you.
Well, are we always not taking advantage of the grace because we pretty much sin every single day? So what is considered, in your opinion, taking advantage of the grace?
If you know what you're doing is wrong and you keep doing it.
But everybody knows what they're doing is wrong, and they still do it. You know that you were supposed to stop at the red light, but you say, "Well, nobody ain't watching, so let me go."
So to touch on that, honestly speaking, like nobody's perfect, right? Like we already agreed on that for sure. Like the Bible says, like the righteous man falls down like 7 times, get back up 8. So it's all about the effort of like getting yourself together. You feel me? Like if that isn't present, then you grits. But if you actually putting in the effort to get yourself up, I think that's like you really taking advantage of that. Because every time you fall, you like, dang, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like how it feels to be down here. Let me get up. And every time you up there, you like, I don't want to get back down there. But you might end up down there anyways. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? You begin to like grow some type of like significant. Like you understand, like you have a different mindset. You have some type of significance on why you should stay up there, not like take advantage and keep.
Yeah,
falling
that's
down.
just like with helping people. Like you can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. Like if their life is crap and they just don't want to get right and they're asking for help, it's like, how do you want me to help you and you're not even putting a foot forward to want to receive help?
That's real.
Right.
So yeah, if somebody is trying and then you're helping them, that's one thing. But if somebody is not trying and they want help, then it's like talk to a wall.
Yeah, you're right. That's facts. I know I just have these personal addictions, and I know that I'm trying to get better at them, but am I really trying to get better at them? Like I say that I'm trying to get better at it, but I don't know if I'm really trying to get better at it. And I don't want to, just with the path that I want to go down, I don't want God to, I mean, I know he knows my heart, but I be so in my head about different things, and I don't know if I'm really putting in the work.
You be in your head about everything.
I be in my head about everything.
Like, that shit gonna explode.
I don't know. I be trying to be just calculated. I just want to make sure. It's crazy. I'm so impulsive, but I be in my head about everything.
Wow.
And I don't understand that.
But like the thing about it is like you can only plan for today. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
That's real.
The day after that.
That's real.
The day after that. You don't even know if you're gonna wake up for real. So you can say, oh, I'm gonna do this next week, or like I'm going out of town at the end of this month. That's what I say I'm gonna do, but who's to say I'm really gonna do that?
Right.
Like you never know what can happen.
That's real.
So you can only live and plan for it today, realistically speaking.
Like speaking on that, like the Bible says, like let tomorrow worry about itself. Focus on right now, because like I ain't gonna lie, like that's one thing that gives me a lot of anxiety and depression. Like thinking about the future and trying to like plan it out like right now. So, like realistically, you can't do that. You feel me? And like when you try to control what you can't control, bro, like you trip up. Like you really do.
I tell him that all the time. I be like, focus on things that you can't control. Like if you can't change it or fix it and it's out of your control, don't even worry about it because you can't do anything about it.
Yeah. No. I always have to talk to her about just certain things. But back to, you said you talked about depression a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're comfortable with talking to people about? Because they have this whole thing where men got to be just strong.
I hate that. I hate that for y'all.
You can't do nothing, or you just really got to mask your pain. Is that something that you're actually comfortable with?
I'm gonna be real with you. Like the thing is, this like you gotta share things with the right people. Not everybody deserves to hear what you gotta say. Because some people
Also a
don't
fact.
like real talk. Like some people really don't know how to handle that. That's why some dudes like. I ain't gonna lie. Not every female, but if a guy kind of becomes vulnerable and transparent with certain females, depending on the mindset of that female, they be like, "Boy, why you doing that? I'm supposed to be crying in your lap, not you crying in my lap." And it's like that's where that society builds up that toughness. Like, okay, even though you're going through it, act like you're not going through it. And guess what? When you act like you're not going through it, you don't get the help that you need. And so for me, I have people in my life where I could like just break down to, because like mind you, I ain't perfect. I be tripping up sometimes. Like I really be going through it. Like don't get me wrong, but I just learned that you gotta just find the right people. Like real talk.
But I feel like that what you said about the girlfriend saying like I'm supposed to be crying to you. I feel like that starts within like your immediate family, like people you be around every day. Because if you grow up in a environment where you can be free and express yourself and do all of that, and I know it's your culture.
Yeah, I was about to touch on that. Yeah.
But if you grow up in that type of environment, you wouldn't be afraid or shy to shed light on whatever you're going through.
Not only that, if you grow up in that type of environment, I just feel like with my parents, they didn't get that type of love, so they didn't know how to do that. So when I was younger, we wasn't having no conversations like, how are you feeling? Now she probably asked me something like that, but that wasn't no conversation in our household. How you feeling? What was going on in your head? And that wasn't conversations that we was having. So I think that with the generational curses that we have,
and
that plays a part.
That is real.
Yeah.
Cause like the older people, I grew up old school, blase squaze, who cares?
Nah.
Like
I be seeing that
right now.
I be seeing that in my own parents. Like the way you talk to your mom, well, earlier on the phone, you're like, "Oh, let's see what you're doing," like, and how she was talking to you, sweet. I'm looking like, bro, your mom talk to you like that? My mom be like, "Don't. Oh, what are you doing? Come on, what do you do? Why did like?" She always got something to argue about. You feel me?
So don't let Josetta fool you. That was just in that moment. Don't let her fool you. She's very supportive though. Yeah. Like when she see me in my element, my mom loves that for me. She loves that for me. I just feel like my mom had those times where she want to argue too. I just think that you being who you are, you just have to have that conversation with your mom and be like, "Mom, we really have to get a understanding."
That's the thing I did. But since it's not her vision, I told her, like, I'm going to still do what I got to do for me. Because at the end of the day, I want to do the best for them, give back to them.
Right.
So that's why I'm focused on me, because sometimes you got to be a little selfish. But it comes to the point that is like...
I wouldn't say selfish. I would say selfless.
But it's like, it comes to the point of where, since I want to focus on something else, a different career path that doesn't involve like the... going to school, like, and taking 4 years, I want to do something different. And she's not supporting that. So it's like, what can I do? And there's always like an issue with that. You feel me?
I think for some people, they don't see the vision. And when they don't see the vision, it's hard for them to get on board with what you have going on. And some people, you have to put the vision in their face. And you have to just say, this is what I'm doing, and go hard at it. If you're not going hard at it and your mom just see you just doing stuff here and there and there and there, then that's when it's like he not really working towards what he say he want to do. So when people that don't see your vision, you have to just put it in their face.
Yeah, I want to touch on that too, because the thing is, when your vision, bro, not everybody's meant to see it. That's why God gave you that vision, and not your auntie, not your brother, not your uncle, not your cousin. The vision was on you and you alone. So it's literally your responsibility to like literally work on that thing, even if you do it by yourself for a couple years. Like real talk. And then eventually they will be like, "Oh, it's not. Oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Let me help out. Let me give you like $1,000. Let me just put into that, because I see what you're doing. I see you passionate about it." Because the thing is, if you fail at your own vision, bro, everybody gonna trip up at you. Like, yeah, I knew that you wasn't gonna do anything with that. You feel me? But if you literally put that work in, like they gonna be like, yeah, you fight. I mean, let me invest into you type of thing.
Because I know last year, speaking on that vision and like depression, because I know last year I was heading this dark path. Like literally last year, it was just dark for these couple of months. And if it wasn't for like the podcast keeping me on there, like helping me with the podcast and stuff, I would have done something crazy. I would have lost my mind because I was losing my sanity. It was like I had to do something. I had to do something crazy because that's the life I want. You feel me? So it was just driving myself crazy. But thank God for this year and this what we're doing right now. That if I didn't have this, I would have lost my sanity for real.
I want to touch on that. That's why, like, when it comes to like your purpose and your vision, you gotta put God first. Because if God's giving you that thing, you trying to do it without God, like you gonna feel a level of pressure that you're not supposed to handle by yourself. Like God makes it clear, like give all of your anxieties, all your issues to Him, because you're not meant to carry that. So like when you begin to like just give it to Him type beat, and then you pursuing that vision, like you straight. Because like He's gonna give you a level of peace, comfort that makes no sense, but you can only get it with Him because He gave you that vision. So you can't pursue that vision without Him. Like it don't make no sense.
Right. And people, like when they're trying to pursue something, they just feel so overwhelmed and like, oh, I got so much on my plate. This and that. God will never give you too much that you cannot.
Come on now, that's right. That's right.
So just relax and vibe.
Yo.
And then when that money start rolling in, mama eyes gonna get big. You winning them awards, her eyes gonna get big. She gonna be like, I'm proud of you, son. So just stay down for the come up.
For sure.
And it's always like that, like parents or just people in general that don't see what you see, or stuff like that. When you make it or you're on the verge of making it, they want to come around. Oh, I always knew, and this and that. I just wanted to make sure that you had something long term, and this and that. I mean, if you wanted to make sure I had something long term, you would have not put me down, doubted me, said, "Oh, I don't think this is gonna work." Just give me words of encouragement and uplift me.
But that's the thing, though.
Go ahead.
No, that's the thing, though. They think that when they telling you those things, like, okay, don't pursue that. They think that they kind of doing you a favor. They think they doing the right thing. They think they helping you out because they don't want you to quote unquote waste your time. When in reality, you doing something different. And if anything, you breaking a generational curse because you doing something that nobody in your bloodline ever did. You feel me?
But you know what? And for some people, it's like that. But some people don't want to see you win.
There you go.
They try to, don't do this, don't do that, and then when you turn around, they doing what you just told them you want to do.
But I believe with parents,
that's how they personally.
I believe with.
No, I'm just saying that's
she
real.
talking about something real. She think about somebody right now. But.
No, I'm not. I'm being like that's real life. Like people will try to downplay you and downplay what you're doing, and then be like, "Damn, that was a good idea that he or she just said." Let me try to.
But that's why I be keeping my ideas on the low. Like I don't tell nothing until it happens. I'll be like, "This is what I want." But when I keep my ideas, I don't speak it. Like you'll be talking to me, "Oh, I had this thing planned months ago," but you're now just seeing it. It's just because I know people are just gonna try to shoot down your dreams. So why would I say that?
You wanna know how you have like the right people in your circle? Share good news, see how they react. Share good news, see how they react. That's when you know, like, if you got the right people in your circle for. Because the thing, like you said, you can't share your vision with everybody. Because, like you said, I ain't people on that, but I have people, I believe, who were secretly like, I believe, who were secretly just hating on the low. I can't prove it, but their reactions,
but you have that
intuition.
Yeah, you just feel it, like you know what I mean. So just be careful with that for sure.
People really do be like that.
Yeah,
definitely.
And I'm gonna be honest, bro. If it wasn't for Dre, if it weren't for you, I would have. Like I couldn't even smile how I'm smiling now because all this was. You keep telling me, you kept checking on me, you kept talking to me. You're like, "Just are you good? Like talk to me for real." You're like, "Oh, this podcast thing is gonna work." I'm like, "Yeah." I always believed it, and then you right there, right beside me, calling me, checking on me. That made me feel like, damn, I'm not by myself. Yeah. And KK, we starting to get to know each other. But I see you keep it real, so you will always keep me humble and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And we need people like that. I always need a person like that because my ego do sometimes get high, so I always need somebody to be like, "Justin, you doing too much" or something. But for real, Jay, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be smiling because you kept me sane.
That is so sweet.
Wow. Now, if we being like sentimental real quick. Shoot, hold on.
Don't make me cry.
Let me get this tissue favor. Bro, like during high school, I ain't gonna lie with you, like it was a lot of pressure being class president, all them responsibilities. And like you literally was guiding me through the process. Like you literally made it seemed impossible for me to walk in tax. And I ain't like, I wanted to quit, bro. I ain't want to do that thing. But it's annoying. Like when you doing so much for your class, you putting so much into it, and they not so unappreciative. You feel me? But like you were there, like you was doing so much. I ain't gonna lie with you.
Wait, your class was the girl who had the monkeys?
Yeah,
she ate that up. The people was bad.
Yeah, so like, bro, like you the GOAT, bro.
I think that's just my purpose in life.
Yeah.
I'm a natural born leader. I'm a natural born coach. I think that giving people what I have and pouring into others is something that I'm actually meant to do. Now, I feel like I know I'm meant to do it on a higher
like level,
correct. But I feel like there's still things that I need to get done to myself. Like there's still things that I need to build up in myself.
Yeah.
And I've always been able to help and coach people, but it's crazy because like I lack confidence sometimes. I overthink. I'm very impulsive, but I can coach somebody. I'll be telling people, don't do this, don't do that. And I kind of coach people off of what my experiences was when I did certain things. Yeah. But there's still things that I have that is still loading in me. But then I get people to say what Justin said, what you said. And then it's like, okay, what's going on with me? Like what's going on with me?
Right.
Because there's still things that I see in myself that I need to work on, but then a person can come and tell me like all this about me, like how I help them and stuff. So I don't know. No, I just be thinking about that.
Like, you can like always give somebody advice, but it's like sometimes you gotta take your own advice.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'd rather have that mentality than somebody that thinks that like I'm everything. Like,
well, I had that too now.
I'd rather have that mentality of like, damn, I need to work on this, I need to work on that, and I'm good. Chilling.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. I'm not perfect. There's so much of stuff I need to. Financially, I need to get myself stable. Spiritually, I need to get myself stable. There's so much that I need to work on, and slowly but surely, I'm trying to cross these things off the list. So it's never given. Oh, I'm just him. I'm him, but I still need to work on him.
Him in progress. You him in progress.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's never given that energy at all.
But because I know there's some people that just be complacent. And I'm like, how can you be complacent in the way you live in?
Because people get comfortable.
Way too much.
And scared. Because when you're comfortable and scared, you're just going to stay in the same place.
Like, that is crazy. People in my life that I just look at them, I'm like, how you comfortable? How can you? Me, I need something more. I need like bigger, better.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Everybody is not destined for better.
Yeah.
Everybody's like
everybody has their own purpose in life.
We have to have some workers.
Yeah, like
everybody can't be a boss.
When I say people are not like me, it means like I have a very strong ambition. Like I have this. If I see a goal, if I say something, I'm gonna do it.
I think it falls into like who you surround yourself with. Because to be honest with you, like the moment I began to like change my circle, I began to like build up a drive and hunger that made no sense in comparison. Like if you literally surrounding yourselves with pigs, bro, you're gonna become a pig, bro. Like if you surround yourself with lions, bro, you're gonna become a lion. It's just like it's the mentality, you feel me? Like I feel like everybody their mama could be successful in whatever it is that they're doing, you feel me? Like because like you said, not everybody not to be a boss. Sometimes you need workers for sure. But I feel like imagine having a worker who's barely trying and somebody's putting above and beyond. And they putting themselves in position to actually elevate, you feel me? In comparison to somebody being in a place and they just staying there. So it's like really about that mindset and who you surround yourself with.
Right.
We done.
I feel like it goes towards like who you surround yourself with. You feel me? You want to make sure your environment is pushing you to become the best version of yourself. And if you don't got that, then you better like cut that loose and then pray that God sends you the right people. Because like the worst thing you could ever do is pursue the purpose God has for you and then have people around you that God doesn't have for you. Type of like, bruh.
Did we get into it?
I think we got into it.
You think we got into it?
We got into it.
Hands down. We got into that thing.
All right.